All right, everybody. It's JJ Conway. I want to welcome you into what's going to be a fantastic hands-on how to do something that's going to put money in your pocket. Or rather, for my teachers out there, it's going to save money from coming out of your pocket. I am so excited today. I posted a article on how to build your own teacher Amazon wish list in conjunction with a local drive that I sponsor for, with our local Macaroni Kid publisher for Stephenville, Weatherford. We go all the way down through Comanche County, all the way up to Azle, and that swath of Texas is our jurisdiction, if you will, for Macaroni Kid. And so we look at family-friendly activities and have a great little events calendar and things like that. Well, last year, I decided to any teacher that I saw had a wish list that was in my sphere of influence in my community, especially my communities of color. If I saw it, I was getting something. Now, look, as the program expands, I don't think I can cover the entire nation. But one day I'm holding up a high thought that I will absolutely be able to do that. But in the meantime, I don't want you to miss out on the easy blessing that comes from being able to ask. My favorite book says you have not because you ask not. And for a lot of us, we feel like we ask, and we just don't want to ask parents to do one more thing. But I'm telling you right now, if you have never done an Amazon teacher wish list, be prepared for a treat, because Amazon makes it really easy and people like to shop on Amazon. They trust it, and it's so easy to get the items you need delivered right to your door. And if you're in our local area where my local Macaroni Kid serves, they are putting together a list of local teachers. So you want to hurry up and get your information on that list so local businesses can support you. We'll take anybody on the list. That's one of the things that I said is, hey, allow everybody on the list, as long as you realize that our local businesses are probably going to support their local teachers first. But hey, if it goes national, it goes national. I'm all right with that, all right? So what we're going to talk about today is how to create your own Amazon teacher wish list. And I'm actually going to walk you through it. This isn't just let me talk a little bit and then I'm gonna sell you into a program. I am gonna sell you into a program because I know some of you are gonna want a little extra hands-on help doing this for yourself. But for many of us, we might be already familiar with Amazon, or we might have done this once before with our school district, but we just need a little help. You might not need the extra support, but you can always come for your financial, business, and real estate investing questions to the opportunity that I'm going to share with you later. So let me go ahead and switch now. Let me switch now to stop screen. I'm going to share the next. It's going to be my Amazon profile. Okay. So let's hope this works. That looks like it's coming. Let's see. And if you're just now joining us, make sure you like, and subscribe. All right. Because a lot of times when people like me, from my background and my situation, we don't have the flashy influencers. We're just trying to help our community improve. And we're trying to help people who are hardworking get ahead. And you know what I've discovered? The algorithm doesn't like that. Now, if I was throwing stuff around and acting like a fool, the algorithm would love that. But they don't always like when people are really trying to help somebody else. So go ahead and like, subscribe. By doing that, you are helping us help other people. All right. Make sure you share it on your social media. If you got Facebook, go ahead and drop that link. If you've got Insta, take a screenshot and say, girl, you need to be on this. Send that text out to a couple folks and get them on this. It's not going to be very long today because this is not a hard process. But look, I want to reassure you today. I'm saying it's not a hard process. But if you feel like you need some hands-on help, I will give you that opportunity later on. So don't be daunted if this does seem a little, like for me, it was difficult the first time because I wasn't sure what I was doing. I clicked all the wrong buttons, y'all. All right, here we go. So you can see here an Amazon page. Wow, that text is really small. Well, I'm still going to walk through it anyway. You're going to get the gist and you'll be able to, see it, and it'll be up on YouTube. You can screenshot it. Now, look, if you screenshot it, I would love it. Oh, do I have my banner? You know what? I would love it if you screenshot my stuff, or if it's a blessing to you, I would love it if you send me a donation to our Global Youth Initiative. My real estate investing classes are the donations to the Global Youth Initiative. But you know what? I'm going to post that link here just in case somebody wants to make a donation because you're just so excited about what we're doing. Of course, now that I said all that, I can't find the banner and I don't want to delay looking for it. So, all right, you just PM me and I'll give you the link. All right. Whoa, poor salesperson. You should always have stuff to sell. All right. No matter what you're doing, no matter what you're selling, if you're doing any kind of online thing, a lot of times we don't make money in our business. Hold on. Let me get on me because this is a bonus. This is a bonus lesson. A lot of us who are working real hard trying to build these side hustles, we don't make a lot of money because we don't ever ask for the sale. So make sure you always have something to ask for the sale. All right. And I've got my sale link down there. If you know you want what I'm offering today, you want extra help with your business, your finance, your real estate investing, you go ahead and book on that link before it fills up. All right, so here we're on my Amazon page. I took me out of the picture just to make it look a little bigger. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go down, you're going to hover on the account, okay? And you're going to go to where it says create a list. Now, if you're like me, I want to make sure, can y'all see that when I hover? Somebody drop in the chat if you can see when I hover. Does it show you the drop down? Because if I get off this screen to show it to you, then I can't see it on my screen. Okay, I can't see it on my screen. I'm just going to trust that you can see it. There's this link called create a list. Now, if you do like me and you're in a rush and you click it instead of hovering, well, it brings you up this nice little thing and you got these little buttons and you can click it that way, your lists. All right. And so when you go in your lists, whichever way you get there, you select create a list and you can create it. You can name it whatever you want. I'm going to go with JJ's 2023 shopping list. Oh, no, not shopping list. I mean, I love shopping lists, but let's do a teacher wish list. Some of you might say, JJ, I didn't know you were a teacher. Well, I'm not really a teacher. I'm a substitute teacher. And here's the thing that I discovered about being a substitute teacher. It is good to have a few things in your back pocket that you can use to entertain you can entertain the children with something that will benefit them later on. And what I discovered, y'all, I know some other teachers are probably going to be mad at me, but what I discovered worked pretty well was to bring my own games. So that's what I'm going to focus on today. As a substitute teacher, if you wanted to help JJ Conway be a better substitute teacher from time to time, I don't go in there all the time. It's not always the highest and best use of my talent, but I do care about the kids and I care about learning how the school system works, so I can help make my community better. All right. But if you did, that's the kind of thing I would need. But in the past, I've bought books and I've bought chalk and scissors and crayon and things like that for the classroom. Last year, I bought all kinds of books that were written with illustrations that look like me and my son, y'all. Oh, I was pleased as punch to see those on other teachers' wish lists. So I'm just going to show you what I'm doing, but please be aware, if you are not a teacher, this is not representative of what a normal teacher who's in the trenches day in and day out needs in their classroom. All right. So let me go ahead and put that screen back on. All right. So here it says, you can see it says your lists, and I've got my JJ's 2023 teacher wish list. So now what I need to do is I'm going to take a look at these three dots over in the side on the right-hand side, and it's going to say manage list. So I'm going to go in here and manage the list. Okay. I can make my list private or I can make it public. I ain't scared, so I'm going to make it public, okay? But there's some instances where you may not want to do that, okay? Especially depending on where you live, you may not want to do that. I don't have Alexa, so I really don't care about using Alexa, but if you have Alexa, you can actually use Alexa to add things to your list. So you want to click that if you want, okay? This list, you can pick whether it's for you or an organization. In this case, I'm doing it for me. In the future, I might do Global Youth Initiative, okay? If you click organization, It's going to ask you to put in contact information about that organization. But today, I'm just going to do it about me. Okay. So, I don't remember it asking me for a birthday. Whoa, that must be a new thing. Okay, so I'm going. You've got my information. I am purposely not going to put in my personal information here. Okay, I'm also not going to put in my shipping address, but I am going to show you a couple of options that you can use for this. Okay, so I'm going to create new. Those are not real. Those are not real addresses for me right now. I'm going to create a new address so I can show this to you. JJ 123 Comfy Couch Lane, Stephenville, Texas. I guess you guys can know my zip code because there's only one zip code here. Okay, so make that my default address. Allow add a little extra stuff if you want. If they need to call in, you put all that stuff in. You can give all this information that will customize it. Okay, so we're gonna click ship to my address. Now look here real quick. Okay, now what I'm showing you, what I'm going to show you, I'm giving you options. Okay, you customize it for you. See, that's one of the ways that my financial planning and my business advice is better than a lot of other people, because I don't just have one hammer and I think everybody's problem is a nail that boom boom boom. I look at what it is you need and what it is you can customize to your level of comfort, your risk tolerance, and all of that stuff. So when it comes to Amazon, it's the same thing. It's going to ask you, and if you can't see it that well, go ahead and screenshot it and blow it up a little bigger. But if you can't see it that well, or just get on Amazon yourself and do it. Okay, do it with me. Do it with me. You can follow this if you want. It says share my shipping address with sellers, or let buyers ship additional items to me not on this list to my shipping address. Okay, so the first one I want to address, because if you share your address with third-party sellers, the good thing is anything on your list that may not be available from the seller you put on your list, but is available from a third-party seller, by the time somebody goes to buy it, then it will still ship to you. Let me explain it. So if I'm going to show you in a few minutes, I'm going to show you how to put stuff in your list. But if I put it in my list, y'all know, if you shop a lot on Amazon, like I spend too much on Amazon, y'all, if you shop too much on Amazon, then you know that you could put something in your basket and tomorrow it could be gone and it could be sold by somebody else. And Amazon will tell you, hey, this item is no longer available, but you could get it. It's no longer available from the original seller, but you could get it from here, 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 and here. Well, if those people are not Amazon, or if they're third-party sellers, which is what that basically means, you can decide whether or not you want to still let those people have access to your address. Why would you want to do it and not? Well, you might want to do it so you get more stuff. But on the other hand, if you are a little concerned about your security, your safety, and you don't want third parties getting your address, then you may not want to do that. Also, if you share it with a third party, it could also share with the person who's buying you the stuff. So make sure you consider that. All right. I posted something online the other day about my big boy's, I should stop saying big boy, my young man's first paycheck. And somebody was like, you might want to blurt out that address. And I was like, oh my goodness, I teach people about how to protect their personal information online. And I totally did not think to block out the address, but I saw that it was my business address, which is all over my website anyway. So then I wasn't too worried. Woo. Okay. But you may be in an area of the country or the world where you don't want people knowing your address that you get things shipped to from Amazon. Okay. Porch pirates is a real thing. All right. So let me go back to that. So that's a decision you can make depending on your situation. All right. You can decide whether or not to do that. Okay. And then here's this other one. Let my buyers ship additional items not on this list to my shipping address. Now, you might want to do that. I will check that, but sometimes I don't, because you know what? I tell you what, I might be bougie or something, but I don't like getting stuff that I didn't want. You know what I mean? Like when you get a Christmas gift for somebody, and you put on the thing the three things you want smell good, and you want gift certificates, and you are not, to your favorite restaurant, and they give you a book. Like they give you, I mean, nothing's wrong with a book. I'm a big fan of reading. Y'all see my normal. This is my Granbury office. This is my co-share office. Now, look, if y'all in Granbury, once a month, I'm out here to do financial planning. We do free financial planning out in Granbury. Y'all hit me up every fourth Monday. But y'all see my home office. I got all them books behind me, and I've got a whole storage room full of other books that I've collected throughout my military career. That one day I'm gonna have that library. You know, the kind with all the books, and it's got the ladder that goes around the room. See, I'm a big fan of a book, but not when I didn't ask for one for a gift. You should have got me an Amazon gift card or get something off the list. What you did was you went and just re-gifted something you didn't want. I really went off the deep end there. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and go back to this. Can y'all see that? Yeah, okay, I turn it back on. Okay, so that's what you can do. Now you can also make the decision to put things, keep them on the list or not. Okay, if you keep them on the list before you buy them, it will talk about when you last did it. So if you think you might need duplicates of things, then you can do that. Another option is don't spoil my surprise. This is one where it kind of holds everything for you, and it doesn't let you know what's been purchased on your list. It doesn't show up. Now look, to me, the whole purpose of having the list is to know what got purchased. But again, you might want to do this you might want to create a list that's for a birthday, or you might want to create a list that's for a wedding anniversary or a wedding engagement or something like that. You may not want the person whose list it is to know, but in the case of a teacher list, you might want to know. But again, that's a personal decision. No shade, no hate. It's all what works for you. All right, here we go. Let me go back to that. All right. Oops. Sorry. I think I clicked the wrong button there. Okay. So you can make those choices however you want. Okay. You can make those choices however you want. You do whatever you do, and you save changes. Oh, it's telling me I didn't fill out something. I didn't fill out something. All right. Well, I don't know what I didn't fill out. It should tell me what I didn't fill out. What didn't I fill out? What didn't I fill out? I got that. I got that. I got that. Did I need to save that address? Ship to this address. Oh, I got to put in my number. All right, y'all. I'm going to give y'all my new number. This is my new business number, 254-454. Check this out. HOPE. How you like that, huh? 254-454 HOPE. That's 4673. All right. I love it. I love it. Okay. So let's go ahead and save those changes. Can I save those changes? It's probably going to tell me I can't use HOPE. So we can't verify the address. Please make sure it's correct before you save it. Ship to this address. All right, so save changes. So now I've got a list, and it's set up that anybody who buys something on my list is going to ship it to my fake mailing address. So this is not a real list, y'all. This is not my real list. Okay, don't use this list. Okay, I have a real list on my homepage. All right, we're going to delete this list as soon as I'm done with this training. Okay. But if this was my real list, once I fill it out, I can go ahead and send it to somebody. And again, there's options. You can view it, they can click it and buy stuff, or you can give somebody permission to view and edit. Again, this may not work for a teacher list to view and edit, but if you're planning a birthday or an anniversary or an engagement or wedding party or any of those kinds of things, that's when you would want to give someone permission to view and edit so that they could help you without you having to do all that heavy lifting. It's real good to get help sometimes and take a little bit off your plate instead of trying to do everything yourself. Oh, my. All right, let's go ahead and go back to that. And now I'm going to show you how to actually add stuff. That's the fun part, shopping. Woohoo. So I know that I want games. So I'm going to go, and I'm one of the biggest games that I like. These are games that basically are fun to play, but also stimulate the mental muscles the kids need in order to develop their STEM and life skills. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Othello. Okay, I'm going to make sure Now they might find it cheaper somewhere else. I don't know how much this costs today, but I'm going to make sure it's the one I want. It's the one I want that holds the pieces in place. Okay, the cheaper ones I've seen usually have you piles, and if you know anything about kids, I don't want that. All right, so I'm going to add that to cart. Okay, and then it's going to give me suggestions of other products that I might want. Oops, wait, no, no, no. Oops, I did the wrong thing. Sorry. Scroll down below add to cart, below add to cart. And you're going to go add to list. JJ's teacher wish list public. That's the list we just created together. I'm going to add that to the list. And guess what it's going to do? It's going to say, hey, how would you like to add these other ones? You know what? This is a great game. I'm going to add that to the list. Mastermind is a great game to encourage problem solving and deductive reasoning. Great game. Scrabble, great game. Battleship, I know some of y'all are like, these are some old school games. I didn't even play these when I was in school. It can be fun. You would be surprised at how much fun some of these old school things are and how much development is going. It's another one that we don't play a lot anymore. I don't even know if they still sell it. Is Risk. I'm not going to get that because it is a crazy long game. And I'm not trying to have the kids frustrated that they can't play it all day. There's another one called The Game of Life that I used to love. I have the old version of it. So I'm not going to add that because I don't like the credit card and the fact that you can do nothing and still be rich. I mean, that's true. You could do nothing and still be rich, but that's not like real life. That's so okay. Let me stop waxing philosophical here. So what I've done is I've gone back to my account and I've gone to look at my list. And so here's my list. And all I have to do now is send my list to whoever wants to do it. I can send the list, invite someone to view, and I can copy the link and I can post it or share it in any email or teacher list. Now, if you want to, rather than copy the link and share it with anybody the way it is, you could go into a link shortener like Bitly or Rebrandly, and you could shorten that link. Okay, but here's the list. That's all you have to do is create the list and share the list. How simple is that? All right. I hope that was fun for you. I hope you've enjoyed learning that. And I hope it's given you something that you can do to add to your financial bottom line. How does this help add to your financial bottom line? Well, I tell you what, most of the teachers that I work with in financial planning, they spend so much of their paycheck buying things for their classroom. If you can find a way to pass on some of those costs to somebody else, then that's a great way to improve your financial future. And it doesn't have to be your parents. What I'm doing right now is I'm actually conducting a drive to get local businesses to provide items for our local teachers. So I'm giving them a list of all these teachers. I'm giving them a website with a list of our local teachers' wish list, and they can go click and support, click and support, click and support. Or they can send the donation to my church, and my church ministry will go ahead and take that, and we will use that money to supply the needs of local teachers. I mean, it's a win-win for everybody, y'all. So if you've got some questions, go ahead and put that on there. I don't see any questions, so I'm going to go ahead and get going for the night, but I hope you've enjoyed that. Now, look, I do need to make good on my earlier promise. I said I was going to give you some opportunity to dig deeper. I always like to leave you with something you can do right now, and I always like to leave you with an opportunity to dig deeper. And if you know that you want to dig deeper, then I'm going to encourage you to go out to jjclink.com/group. Okay, jjclink.com/group. Okay, you're going to go out to jjclink.com/group. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chat here so that y'all can see it. And I'm also going to add it to a banner so that it's there at the bottom of my screen. Now, I am doing this while I'm waiting for any questions to come in. If you got a question, come on and get it in there, all right? I would love, love, love to answer your questions. It's jjclink.com/group. I think it's there in small text. Here, let me put it on in bigger text. Oh, I like that. I like that bigger text. So what you can do is in our group coaching program, we go in and every month On the first Tuesday, we sit down and work with you on your business, whatever it is that you need. And if you can't be there live, you can send me your question and I will answer it on the group call. How amazing is that, right? You get exactly what you need and you don't get what you don't need. And you get personalized experience for someone who's used these techniques to get out of over $800,000 of debt. I'm JJ Conway. I want to thank y'all so much for being on today. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off, but y'all take care and be blessed.